So it's lunchtime. It's time for you to go eat. You've been through a bunch of panels. You've been through a bunch of lines. You found a bunch of merch. And now you're like, oh, that's right. I'm a normal human being and I have to eat. But the question is, what are you going to eat? You just spent an hour and a half getting here. You just spent an hour trying to find parking. And now you really need to make sure you can last the rest of the day. So you have a couple options. You can either come to the food court. It's all the way down here, which is all good and great and fine. But to be honest, the lines are long. They're extremely long. They're always long. And that's the reason why you always have to bring a snack. Bring a snack so that way you can wait in line and eat, so that way you can actually get a real meal. Now, as for pricing, that's another kind of interesting thing. The prices all kind of change because these are different venues within this whole thing. The coolest part, in my opinion, is when people bring their own food. They bring their own little cooler and they put it on their bag and they get to have a lunch or a picnic in the middle of a panel or before a panel, and that works out pretty well. There's also food trucks outside that you can go to. Some people think they're high priced, but to be absolutely honest, this is LA, so the food's absolutely delicious most of the time. Most of the time. But other than that, the question then becomes about water. Well, you're always going to get free water. That's great. That's nice. That's super handy. Now, waiting in line for the water and for the restrooms and whatnot and finding all those everywhere you are. If you're in line for like an autograph or something, maybe you want to bring your own water. According to policy in some conventions, though, they don't want you to bring any liquids inside or any food. Some conventions. Not all of them, but some. For all the comic book ones and the nerdy ones, it seems like anything goes. I actually just saw, not Darth Vader, but his grandson. What's his name? Whiny Ken? No, Rilo Ken. Rilo Ken hold 3 burgers and walk across. And that's the thing, being a cosplayer, while you're eating, you have to make sure you don't ruin your costume. So, this is the other side of the chaos of the convention, of what it means to get food and the long lines. And I'm not gonna lie, the people who work behind trying to get you the food and whatnot work their asses off. I mean, they work so hard, so quickly, so much that, in all honesty, they're underappreciated. So if you see someone sweating as they're handing you their food on their forehead, like they're sweating on their forehead and they're handing you their food, thank them. Thank them and tell them that they're doing a good job. Because this is a tough business and this is a tough convention, and that's how it is. I'm Armando Gutierrez. This is Nerd Culture. See you next time.